Greetings and hotel. Welcome to March 2024. I'm still here, Aileen Atkins, Tampa, Florida. We made it. My girls and I made it through the winter without a wood burning stove and without a Mr. Buddy heater. There's a little heater you can put on top of the propane tank that you use with your barbecue grill and create heat. We have a propane heater and a barbecue grill, but I never figured out how to make it work. The switch was broken, so I can hear the gas in the propane tank, so it's not empty. And then when I connected it to the grill and I tried to start it, it didn't. So because I'm a scaredy cat when it comes to gas and pneumonic, I don't know if the little 5-pound propane tanks are considered to be pneumonic pressure, but I know that it's pressurized in that tank. So I don't play around with those type things. So I was gonna go to we used to pay a guy $10 to bunk on his couch, Anthony. And his neighbor, he was a veteran, his neighbor was a veteran, and he was always grilling out on his front porch on his gas grill. And I wanted to go over there and ask them how to work it. I went online, looked at the instructions, tried it, but the guy that gave me the gas grill, he said that the switch didn't work, but I could still do it some kind of way. And we just walked up on them. They were emptying out a house and loading things on a trailer. And I was like, hey, how much do you want to sell this grill for? And I told him what we were going through. We were illegally evicted by A-plus properties. My brother's fake LLC company, Eric Allen, his pseudonym name. And they gave me the grill. So we had to walk it quite a ways, but we walked it because we were tired of making fires to try to barbecue. And I never really got that thing running either. But we did have a barbecue grill that we could make a fire inside of as opposed to, a pan on the ground. It's been very, 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 very difficult feeding ourselves and keeping clean in this environment. But I told my girls it's a camping trip and enjoy it because it's going to be over soon. And we thought we were out of the soup line, but ended up having problems with the EBT card, and that was right before Christmas, so we had no stamps for Christmas, and it came right after Christmas on the 28th of December, and I didn't check the card until after New Year's, so we went to Portico Cafe for Christmas. I can't remember what we did for New Year's, but we made it. And matter of fact, we were at Portico Cafe for breakfast yesterday. That was Sunday, March the 3rd, 2024. And I had some weird tasting grits, but Angolas were okay. I had some very yummy boiled eggs. I eat a lot of boiled eggs because I think if the shell is not cracked, nobody could have put any poison or anything in it. I seem to be a little traumatized by being poisoned. So when I look at food, it's like, I'm going to eat that. And depending on whether, who I got it from, if I didn't prepare it myself and buy it myself, I have a hard time taking it into my body. So I'll sit there and look at it and then don't eat it. So I ended up not eating anything really for about 4 days. Then I was eating cereal with milk. And I did that for about 3 or 4 days. Then my muscles started to look saggy. So I was like, girl, you got to eat food, silly. And let me see, is there anything else I need to say about Portico Cafe? Yeah, I don't need to really comment on those things. So, I ended up eating a lot of cereal. And then I said, you need to have meat, in order to maintain your look of muscle. And so I went back to the Santa Marie Mission Church on 140th and 15th. This car keeps following me. Well, it didn't follow me the last time. That was Tuesday last week. So if tomorrow is going to be the 5th, it's every Tuesday of March. Then I was there on, let me see, take away the 5 minus the 2. I don't know if there was 28 or 29 days in February. So February the 27th, maybe the 28th, depending on how many days were in February, between the 27th and 29th, last Tuesday. And I grabbed a filet mignon and I sliced it into 3 pieces because it was like thick. And I don't really like thick meat, so I sliced it into 3 pieces. Made me a fire and rubbed it down with some vinegar first, and then some salt and cayenne pepper. And that was really, really delicious. I ate a piece. I gave a piece to the dog, the big dog, and then I gave a small piece to the Chihuahua. And we were really, really happy because I love good food. I had some onions, but it takes a little while to cook onions, and I didn't have a pan, so I didn't even mess around with it. Now I'm cutting my onions like paper thin, as close to paper thin as possible, and then chopping them up and eating them kind of like in a salad. We went to the Habitat for Humanities looking for a large piece of wood to plug up a part of the door that's messed up. Over in apartment B, the rats are getting very active. And I swear they were like trying to communicate to me about the rats in my life and what they're doing. They were fighting. And I said, okay, the karmics must be fighting, the ones that have been stealing my identity, my vehicles, my clothes, my accounts, starting new accounts, buying cars and buying houses, renting apartments in my name. I'm like, man, probably PPP loans in my name. I'm just like, I keep saying, God, you got it? God says yes, so I just have to keep breathing and walking and enduring. And he said he sees it and he is doling out punishment. So all I can do is be obedient. And I wish somebody had trained me this when I was a young person, because I would have been a powerhouse. When you realize that you really have no power and you are misusing your power, and God will allow it, but there's consequences that comes with it. Now I understand the expression, order my steps. You make all these missteps and just mess up your life. And then if you're lucky enough to live beyond the mistakes that you've made, which I was barely lucky enough to live beyond the mistakes that I made, being poisoned several times, being in the company of stone cold killers, not really realizing it, and not knowing that they had intentions to kill me. I meant the expression, God takes care of babies and food. I don't know who coined it, but I fall right underneath that food category. And I thank the Creator for saving me. And I'm just very grateful to be alive and to be well. And I can feel certain energies have been removed from my auric field. You know, people were passing off to me their knee pains, their kidney pains, their joint pains, and heaping on me their heaviness. And now I'm back to feeling light again. So certain people, when they did spell work to pass their pain on to me, I started being able to recognize who it was based on the pains that I was feeling. And I don't really feel the need to talk about them personally anymore. What I realize is most people are pitiful in this realm. And as a person who God had gifted me the ability to heal people, the desire of nothing else, me trying to help heal people as I met them and saw their ailments made me a target. Because I kept saying, God, why is it that I'm such a bad picker? And I wanted to heal people and write a book and talk about healing. Never thought about what the allopathic fraternity cult would do to me. They don't really want people to know how to heal themselves because they'll come to the doctor less. They don't understand that when one door closes, another door and 5 windows will open. And so they keep trying to keep people in the dark so that they rely on the white coats. And some of the white coats are learning, well, we're going to have to learn this alternative healing thing if we're going to be able to move into this new age of Aquarian. Allopathicians will always be around, but the popularity is going down. And so what people understand is that it begins with the thought. This is an intrinsic understanding that I think is being revealed to people because the veil is thinning. That's why the children come here looking like old souls, holding their neck up. You remember, it used to take 2 weeks to a month before your baby could hold up their neck. Now they coming out the womb, holding their neck up, opening their eyes, looking around like little aliens. So if you're paying attention, then you see that a definite shift has taken place. Now, this was supposed to be an FYI update, not, the sharing of my philosophical views. But I'm going to have to post this, and I don't have time to stop and try to redo another one and clean it up. So this is the dirty version coming out my head, out my heart. And they keep sending me this. Be doubtful, be confused. And I meant these people have to be doing these rituals against me like around the clock, like one person does the 7 to 3 shift, one person does the 3 to 11 shift, and one person does the 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. And I kid you not, this energy is really dense and it makes me really hungry to constantly be fighting against them to neutralize the energies that they're sending me and to return back to the sender the stuff that's happening to me. So I'm really curious. I'm like, God, now I believe you said that lady died or is dying because I don't feel her energetic weight anymore. When I went to pay my bankruptcy attorney Laura Gallo over on Gun Highway, Letitia Karima Penn, I thought she was my friend, but it turns out she wasn't. She said, hey, can I go with you? I said, sure. Now, Letitia records everything. If your mouth is moving, she's recording you. Just know that. So I know she recorded my conversation with my bankruptcy attorney. And I'm here. I done Me and the girls done made this money, our first payment, $250, to give Laura so that she could file bankruptcy for me so that I can stop the sale of the house or whatever was going on. Anthony lies so much. Ain't no telling what was really the truth behind it. These people make legal paperwork. It'd be fake paperwork, but it looks legal if you do not have a God force informing you. Not only that, they pay the people, the clerks at the desk, to tell you it's legal, to give you copies and everything, to stamp it with an official stamp. If you pay to certify it, they'll even certify it, and it's all fraud. At that front desk, this started under the Pat Frank regime, but now Cindy Stewart is our clerk of the circuit court down there at the 13th Judicial Circuit, 800 East Twigs. And she got some real corrupt little clerks working down in there, but it's a tight-knit group. There's a little short Spanish guy, balding at the top. He's a gatekeeper, and he is tough. And he keeps information from me. So when I go down to try to find out about the probate judgments that have come in my favor or not in my favor, he holds back the real information. He took it so far, this lady said her name was Eileen. I asked her to spell it. She said Eileen. And she told me that my mom's probate file, Dorothy Jean Atkins, who died July 14th of 2006, her probate jacket was completely destroyed. Because I went to get another copy of the will. God told me to. I already got a copy of the will that they gave me. I'm pretty sure it was missing 2 pages. Anthony sat us down at 6010 North 32nd Street, gave us a copy of the will, went over it, and then demanded we give it back to him. We couldn't have a copy. So that goes to show you that there was some fraud shit in there. So if mom left 6 pieces of property, if the will said share equally, and she left it to 4 children, then guess what? Everybody gets a property. Even if, even if I had ended up with the little house at Mallory,